Hello, everyone. This is,
I'm Gina.
and I'm Jeff, and this is episode 42.
That's right.
And we've got some friends. These are doves, and they hang in with us while we're drinking a Sands and feeding them a beer. No, we're feeding them bread, and we're drinking the beer.
Yeah, just take a look at
Yeah. Here you go. There you go. They're our friends, and these are free roam doves. And there we go. So
How you guys doing? So yeah, we're out here feeding our bird friends. You know, we have friends with cats and birds and
dogs. Everyone come up to us after a certain time. Oh, we want to say a big congratulations to Canada.
Canada.
Look, way to go.
Way to
go.
That's
Way
right.
to go.
Legalize it.
Totally
Legalize
impressed.
it.
You are ready for the 22nd century.
You paid off all your debt the first day. That's impressive. Just by legalizing
You know
it.
how many countries got their hands out?
Exactly.
Looking for a handout? Well, you need to know.
All you have to do is legalize it.
There
like
you go.
Canada,
I'm
and
telling you.
Canada's the example.
And you know, you will have doves in your country.
That's right. Yeah, they're doves with joints in their mouths. Look at that, because they love to be fed.
There you go. So
You can't pet them unless you feed them first.
There you go. That's the rule, huh?
That's the rule, exactly.
You know. So we're here in Cable Beach, near Bahamar. And you can take a look. It's a beautiful day in October. And these grounds, this Pompey market.
Come here, sweetie. Come here.
There you go. You got to see now. Y'all need to play nice before you'll get a strong administration to govern you strictly.
That's right.
Stricter than you want to
Put
be.
some laws in place when you can't eat a crust of bread.
Exactly, and you have to learn how to share.
That's right.
Be part of a community, a society.
But you know, these doves, they know how to share. They've been sharing food all day. But look,
There we go.
you know, one will get it, the other. Hey, listen, y'all won't fight now. There's plenty for all of you.
I tell you,
Okay.
y'all are embarrassing yourselves on the show.
That's right.
So,
You know, we don't do that in Cable Beach. We don't fight over food in Cable Beach.
no, this is Cable Beach. This is the Bahamas Riviera.
Exactly. There's
You know?
plenty of food and stuff to
Plenty.
go around. There's enough to share with everybody.
Absolutely.
That's right.
As long as you act right.
Exactly.
As long as your head in the right, your heart's in the right place, as they say.
And when doves start acting like pigeons, you got a problem. That's what I mean. Social problem.
Yeah, it's called When Doves Cry.
I love that one. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah. This is what. Come here. Y'all know how to cry? Come here. Come here. Look at that. Look,
Oh,
look.
that was a beautiful
Look
fly
at
in
that.
it.
I knew you saw
That
it.
was. I hope we caught that. There you go.
She flew in like an angel.
And you know there are some parakeets. Parakeets. They're large parrots that someone has released here in Cable Beach, and they fly around. And they've been flying around. They go and you can hear them depending upon, you know, if you walk around this neighborhood, depending upon the time when they kind of like do their thing, and you can hear them. And they are parrots. These are big parrots. There you go.
Listen.
There you go.
Here. Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
There you go.
See, and and the doves are very polite. We saw some gulls on the beach.
They are polite. They are a polite society.
Of course,
You know,
they're in the Bahamas
Yeah,
after all.
they make sure they have like a rotation where they make sure everybody gets a little piece of bread. They fight over it, but they make sure you ain't had done. You ain't had done. You ain't had done. Here, you take that. You eat that.
Because I guess to complain that after all this is done ain't worth it.
They don't try to kill each other for food or anything.
No,
Ain't nobody shooting up anybody out here.
a polite society.
They are.
A polite society.
That's how any society's supposed to
Absolutely.
work.
Absolutely.
Come here, baby. Come here.
Oh.
Don't worry, they can find their way underneath there.
Oh, there you go. You got it. There you go. There you go. So we bought some bread, a little loaf of bread, and which was $1.79.
$1.70. I've got a half loaf.
Half loaf.
Yeah. So,
and just out here, just kind of like chilling,
yeah.
checking ourselves.
Checking
I'm just trying to make sure that we had a nice little meal. We're enjoying as we always do.
Yes, we are enjoying a sands.
Enjoying everything.
Cans and bottles.
And bottles. There you go.
You know what I mean?
So and there you can see the wind. So we got a nice Halloween wind, and at night, the clouds are moving quick.
And we had a harvest moon this week. That's what the big full moon is all about. Every year, right around this time, there's a big harvest moon. So it tells you it's time to reap what you sow. That's what that is all about. So whatever you plant in the springtime, in the fall, in the autumn, it's time to reap what you sow. And the sign when you reap what you sow is when the big, huge harvest moon appears in the sky for like 4 or 5 days.
Yes.
It was like almost a week now, eh, baby?
Mm-hmm. There we go. We had a beautiful, nice, easygoing morning.
So everybody is reaping what they sow this week, and it has nothing to do with politics or anything. It has to do with the universe and the atmosphere, what's going on, where the planets are all lined up, the phase of the moon. It's just nature.
When we first got together, Gena's into astronomy big time. She knows where the stars are.
I know my shit.
And the way her father built the house that she
lives
in, he put the front door to the east.
Directly 90 degrees east.
And so that when you're at that point, you see that sunrise every day, and then the sun sets on a balcony
on the western
on
side.
the western side, and we really can see both sunrise and sunset.
Yeah, exactly.
And one day we'll do a podcast from there, and you'll see. But we're trying to give you like a lot of location stuff and give you wildlife footage plus the doves.
Plus the doves, that's right.
There's a lot of us doing it, and some nice winds and whatnot. But go ahead.
But just like what Geoff was saying, we are actually learning the cycle of the sun and the moon just by the way that the house is built. And like Geoff said, we can see the sun rise in the morning, right? But we see it move in the sky, and it moves like right across the zenith, and then it sets, and then we watch the moon rise in the same spot that the sun rises in. So it's very interesting. Everything rises 90 degrees east and then moves and sets 180 degrees in the west. And so.
Well put, baby.
Well, thank you, baby.
You get a little. What do they call that? Besos?
A beso.
Beso?
A beso. That's right. It's the best medal in the world. That's like a nice kiss.
Like a nice kiss. I gotta give my first degree Spanish credit from San Diego. Let me give them a shout out.
Yeah, your Spanish is okay.
That and bus fare will get me a ride on the bus. Here we go.
I understand you when you speak Spanish, so I think that's all that matters.
Well, those are usually cuss words, so those are swear words. Do
Well,
they count? Do they count?
Yeah, they do count.
Oh, they're universal.
It was universal. Everybody learns the cuss words in a new language. Whenever you're learning a new language.
Isn't that the rule of thumb?
The rule of thumb. The first thing you learn is the cuss words.
Right.
Because you have to tell somebody about their ass sometimes. You know what I mean?
And when you're doing it the Geoff and Gena way, they won't find out that you told them so until a week later. They will. It's like one of those things where,
So you get cussed out and you get a cut ass at the same time. Where did this come from?
You don't feel it until a week later, so the delay works on your behalf.
That's right, exactly.
It works in your favor.
Exactly.
You just wake up and say, oh, something happened.
Exactly.
I should be embarrassed.
Why am I numb?
Why am I feeling that?
Exactly.
You're seeing the shift change from one of the hotels.
Right.
There you go. The people, some people are tourists and some people are employees and moving to and fro.
The Melia.
Melia or
Melia.
Melia. They're a franchise out of Spain, huh?
Yeah.
Yes.
As a matter of fact, I got to tell you something, right?
Yes, dear.
When I was traveling with Daryl, when I traveled with Daryl to Cuba.
Yeah, wait a second. Some new
Daryl-
people don't know who Daryl is.
Oh, sorry.
Daryl is a local and very local radio personality, and comes on in the mornings here. And both Gina and I, before we met each other, both ran into him at different points in our careers.
Yeah,
or
exactly.
in our positions in our career.
And
Gina had a career. I was just trying to start something. So anyway, but go ahead. The Daryl took you where?
But Daryl took a delegation of us to Cuba, to Havana, Cuba, to do we were supposed to do a documentary on the economic prosperity of Cuba. If Cuba were to open up, how that would damage the Bahamian
Economy, tourism.
How that would damage tourism. Well, needless to say, we produced it, but we never got to edit it and air it because, of course, of politics at the time.
Right.
I think the PLP, they were in power.
The administration of that time.
The administration at the time was the PLP had just gotten elected.
The PLP stands for Progressive Liberal Party, and there's a Free National Movement, and once in a while there's a third party that may or may not come in. Every election is 5 years.
Exactly. So, well, we have an F&M administration now that's in power, but you get the gist. Every 5 years we change governments, right?
Sometimes.
Because the people really get impatient with the government when they see the government start making mistakes and getting involved in corruption and
that happens everywhere.
Doing a bunch of foolishness.
You know?
Bahamian voters, they like to fire governments. They don't vote for governments or hire governments. They fire governments. That's why we change our government every 5 years. And we ain't putting up with no foolishness.
Hubert, in all deference, Hubert Ingram had 3 terms.
Yeah.
Lyndon Oscar Pindling had 3 terms.
Oh, he had more than that. He was like in power for like 25 years. Yeah.
So he was the one who had the most and longest run. He was the first prime minister. But we also have a little situation here in the Bahamas where our waters are great for fishing, great for sailing. We've got regatta. Y'all remember Ted Turner winning America's Cup. So we have great waters for that. But now apparently we have the Dominican Republic, who is to the south of us. The Bahamas stretches from Florida, from almost to the tip of Florida all the way down to near Cuba. That's to give you an idea, and then we have a width to us. Now there's maybe 16 to 17 islands that are populated, a lot of keys. So when you have your inheritance, you make your money through your creation, or you've gotten it through another way, you can buy your own key. You can find someone to get your own island, and they're called keys, C-A-Y. But some Dominicans seem to fish in our waters, and that's illegal.
It's illegal to poach in Bahamian waters. You will get arrested if you're caught. If you don't have the right permits, that you have to go to the government, to the Ministry of Agriculture and Fisheries, and you have to get the right permits for what it is that you want to do. Because if you get caught, there are heavy fines. There's prison time applied to you. There are heavy fines applied to you.
Financial things, yes.
Applied to you, and
taking away the boat. They can confiscate your property
and they consider
your catch.
They consider your catch, no matter how big or small it is. They consider it contraband, and then they confiscate it, and then you don't get any benefit out of it.
Right.
And I think the Dominican,
it's not worth it.
It's not worth it. It's
not
really
worth it.
not worth the trip.
It's too much trouble.
It is. I think the Dominican fishermen that just were recently tried and all that, they were fined up to about almost $6.5 million.
Right. That's how serious we're talking.
Yeah.
And they had
and the Bahamian government isn't
how many thousands of pounds of fish did they have?
Oh my God.
They had lobster. They had everything from, and I mean they had divers who they paid $10,000 a year from what what I understand, and said in the paper. And they had these three boats, three fishing boats filled.
Filled. The freezers were filled from ceiling to floor
Right.
with just lobster tails.
Mm.
You know, and the Bahamian government confiscated all of that.
Right.
You know what I
Right.
mean? And put the Dominican fishermen in jail, and then after they processed them through the courts, it was found they were all found guilty. They were fined about a little over $6 million, and $6 million, and then they were deported, never to come back here again. We're just not going to tolerate that kind of foolishness around here. But the problem is that, you know, I know a lot of people in the Bahamas like to do documentaries, right? And we just had somebody who recently did a documentary that was odd. That was very odd, and it was uncomfortable to watch for a lot of people. I mean,
There were other topics stronger that we need to know about,
Yeah.
such as why are the Dominican Republic's fishing in our waters when they have waters?
when they have their
What
own-
is going on in their country for them to come so far into the Bahamian waters? See, that's something we need to know. You got to find out what's going on in someone's backyard.
It's a
so-
serious environmental issue.
so that we can uncover, maybe even help them get through their situation in another way so they don't have to poach.
So they don't have to steal. You ain't got to steal from another country.
No,
You don't have
we're-
to steal from their food supply.
Bahamas has never had a war. We're very peaceful folk.
Exactly.
Until Ryle.
Until you start stealing our food, then you got a problem.
Yes,
You know,
yes.
Bahamians are not going to tolerate that.
Locally or any other entity.
So now we have to figure out what's going on in your country that you can't fish around your own country, and you can't find lobster around your own country, that you have to come here to the Bahamas, marry Bahamian girls to get Bahamian status, jump on a boat, and just fish out all our waters. You can't do that. That's not neighborly. That's not nice.
In all deference to the Bahamian girls, they're Bahamian women.
Oh, sorry.
That's quite all right. That's quite all right. Coming from you, you're allowed to say it. I have to just say, you know, I got to be the PC one on that one.
Yeah,
You're allowed to say that, baby. Come here. I got your back.
Yeah, correct me. I like when you correct me. Shit.
Here we go.
Okay,
we saved another Sands.
Yeah, we did.
And
It didn't spill. It did not spill.
Look at that.
It still got the cap on.
Oh my God! I got to give you my church key. That's
No, I'm not opening this because this might explode.
Oh, okay, don't do that.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, don't do that. You gotta let it sit. You gotta let it settle.
No, right?
You gotta let that settle.
Okay.
So there we go. So let me bring out my church key, which
Yeah, you
is
gotta open me up.
yeah,
I mean,
which is well, we're
Open up
past
the beer.
we're past that.
we're way past
or
that.
we're into reruns.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is my church key, my Lil Sand special thing. You know,
Oh,
hold on that bottle
holding it.
because I gotta hold the
I
camera.
had to hold it on with two hands.
There you go.
That's
There
it.
you go. Hold it. Hold it.
Ooh, ooh,
Hold it. Hold it. There we go. Hold it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
There
Yeah.
we go.
Oh.
See,
That's
so
nice.
it worked. It worked. So cheers.
Can't wait to put my mouth on it.
Cheers, love.
Cheers, baby.
And cheers to you. Hope you're with your libation of the moment.
Because we're sipping on the sands, you know what I mean?
You
This is
know
our
it. You know
favorite,
it.
favorite
This
drink.
is it. This is
That's
it.
it.
It goes with everything.
Goes
It's
with
easy.
everything.
It's
Goes
easy
with
going.
bread.
I'm telling, and in a hot climate, it's perfect. With and if you've seen any of our episode, it goes with Italian food, Greek food, Bahamian food. It's very light. It's a great companion to what your taste in meal is.
This is just, and it's nice and cold too. It's just
You got
perfect
you got excellent. So now
for a hot day.
we've given you kind of like a rundown. This is the first time it's been cool. We were going to talk about climate change a little bit.
Yeah. Oh yes. Yes, it's very important that
First time it's been cool. We're talking about we're at the end of October and it has gotten cool. We're talking humidity, something unreal. Like you walk in it, you've seen us walk, and anyone has seen us do our walking episodes. It is
we like to walk. That's why we walk. We don't want a car right up and down. We
to
like to
enjoy the Bahamas,
our
truly
exercise.
and popular, truly and really inside your spirit. You got to walk to really see and walk past the palm tree. Hear the leaves rustling in the wind. You got to see the structures around, how people build their homes. So we're getting ready to feed the doves again.
Yeah, we're getting ready to
I'm
feed
trying to give you as many views. So we're in Pompey Square. Oh, that's very nice. We're in Pompey Square. Take a look. And Pompey Square is a straw market. Pompey Market. And I think the Pompey Square downtown.
Yeah, Pompey Square is downtown by
yes, it's in Bay Street. We'll take you there one day.
Yeah.
But right now we're
it's
here.
across the street from George Street, right?
Yes, it is across the street from George Street, and then it leads you to the. You can cut through and go to the cruise ships. So there we go.
Oh, it smells really nice.
Okay,
it's
you gotta
special blend.
Move that beer to that side.
Okay, I'll move the beer.
Yeah, because that's gonna fall again.
Yeah, I can't. I don't want to spill a drop like every last drop, you know.
There we go.
This is from Purity Bakery, special blend. Y'all know where Purity Bakery is on Market Street, you know.
Well, if you're living in Croatia, you may not know where Market Street is. So it's on the interior, inland.
I think people in Croatia are safer on Market Street than they in on Croatia.
Yes, as long as they know where Market Street is. So,
exactly.
So it's inland.
Come here.
There we
go. There you go. Come. Look at that.
See, that's a Bahamian term, that you know.
Yeah. Come eat some bread, boy. Come here. Come here.
What they see, they're coming back when they come in. Yeah, take your time. Take your time. There they come. And these are doves. You can tell.
Like eat bread too.
Yes, absolutely. There you go. There's some people walking. We're getting some pedestrian traffic and some birds. And there's Westwind 2. That's a timeshare. That's next to Amelia. And so that's something that you can look into.
You could always come out here, suck on a man in a boat,
and
watch.
You gotta do that.
And watch birds eat bread. Mm-hmm. Come here, eat some bread. There you go. Yeah.
Geoff and Gena have invited you. You know, we give you special tours. You know, and
I mean that's not all we're gonna do.
No,
you know,
no.
You guys will have so much fun with us.
Absolutely.
You guys are gonna have so much fun. Jeff and I like to have a really good time.
We're light and easy, and I'm telling you, we were watching some Bewitched episodes that I introduced to Gena, you know, the Bewitched game, the old TV show. That I think it ran from 1964. It ran for maybe 9 or 11 years, something like that, 11 seasons. Anyway, Bewitched, the game is, when Bewitched originally ran, a Scotch whiskey company was the major advertiser. So whenever you see Darren, Larry, or Samantha take a drink, the name of the characters in the show, you're supposed to take a drink. It's a college game. Anyway, I introduced it to Gena. We were trying it last night, and I tell you, and then we got into Thurston Howell, the wisdom of Thurston Howell.
From Gilligan's Island.
And you got to know the wisdom of Thurston Howell. If you don't understand it, you know that Thurston Howell is the millionaire and Skipper is the other. So you need to find out what that is. So those 7 characters, are 7 aspects of society.
The Skipper has no class, you know what I mean? And the Howells have no tolerance for him whatsoever. You know, that's basically what it is.
That's basically what it is.
And
so
just the whole premise of the show is to show how the Howells are trying to teach everybody the importance of wealth, the importance of savings and investment, and the importance of not giving your money away for free for silly reasons, you know what I mean? Just because somebody's
frivolous reasons.
Just because somebody's poor, that doesn't give you a reason to give money away for free, you know what I mean? You need to take care of yourself. Self-preservation. That's what Thurston Howell the third. That's what he was all about.
That's what he preached.
Exactly.
That was his psalm. That was his thing. That was what he did.
And you know who's like Thurston Howell the third? Brent Simonette. That's why congratulations to you for getting the post office. Yay! That's what I'm saying. Just make sure you share that stuff around.
We have a small economy.
That's right.
It doesn't work if you hold it in your bank account.
That's right.
You understand?
You gotta feed the birds.
The way the economy goes in any country is if it stops and it's hoarded by one, we all suffer.
That's right.
So anyone hoarding in your country, please tell them from the Geoff and Gena show, stop it.
Yeah, stop hoarding.
And stop hoarding. It ain't cool, and it's hurting the entire country, wherever you are.
And the thing is, right, is that you can't pet them unless you feed them. That's what we're trying to show you right now. Look at these doves. Can't get enough of this. Look at them. Look at them. Look at them. You gotta pet them. Look at them. Oh, look at that.
That was awesome.
That was awesome. Look at that.
I hope y'all caught that, because I'm gonna tell you, I might have lost the first fight, but the second one had more to do with this one.
They fight like they're in the Matrix or something like that.
I'm telling you, there is no joking. There is no joking. But you know what? This is the first dove. This is the first dove that we just it went between the cracks. You know when that happens in life, when it goes in between the cracks.
And you miss out on it.
You miss out on something, or that's you gotta report that to the police.
That's right.
that's one or the other.
Yeah,
it all depends. I pray that it's one of those things that you can recapture.
Yeah, you don't want to lose any opportunities.
You don't want to lose opportunities now.
Right. Don't let the bread fall into the cracks. Come on, y'all.
Cracks.
Don't stop acting crazy.
There you go.
Look at you. You let it fall through the cracks. Y'all go catch this, man. Work for it. Work for it. That's right. Kick his ass. That's what I'm talking about. Get him, get him. Yeah, get that greedy motherfucker.
This is not the sport of this would be the sport of aristocracy or the sport of the bougie, not the sport of kings. Watching doves fight.
You see this one right here? Watch it. Okay, that's the prime minister right there.
This is the prime minister. Sands is the prime minister of beers.
Oh yeah, Sands is the prime minister of beers.
You about to give it to an aviary. Some kind of aviary vote. You can't. He looked like he's a constable.
He's running everybody off and eat all the bread.
Yeah, he figured like that.
He's
not. He was hired to do that. He's not the prime minister. That's the whole point. He was hired. He's hired to chase them off. He ain't nobody. Don't be frightened of him. Y'all need to gang up on him. Chase him off.
He's hired by Thurston Howell III.
Oh,
let's give me my teddy bear.
There you go. Someone's identifying it.
That's right.
There you go. But anyway, you've seen us, and we are happy to see you everywhere in the world, wherever you are. Bless you. Stay safe. Take your time and really enjoy it. And cheers to you wherever you are. Your libation.
Cheers to you.
Cheers.
And just
there we
remember,
go.
Sands is Prime Minister of beers, so
there we go.
Go make sure you sip on his Sands today. Go to your, I don't know, wherever you go. Just make sure you sip on his Sands today.
Yeah, and if you haven't got any Sands in your country, you can inquire, ask about it, or just enjoy your libation.
That's right.
There you go. And when you come down here, you'll have all the Sands that you want.
And when you go, tell them Geoff and Gena sent you.
Always. Always.
Absolutely.
Take care till next time.
Okay. Bye-bye.